Right, so it's been a while. You guys might be wondering where I have been for the past 5 months. Well, the reason I have been gone for the past 5 months is because Black Ops 4 is shit. So some of you might have seen I have left SoaR Gaming. I'm no longer a part of SoaR Gaming, and this is because of Black Ops 4. I didn't want to play the game. It's a shit game. You should never force yourself to play a game you don't like, and that's as simple as that. But let me break it down as to why Black Ops 4 was such a flop. So basically, where it begins is the initial division between Blackout and multiplayer. You split your community in half by placing both of these as the same game. If you were going to release a one-off Battle Royale game mode as Call of Duty or as Activision, as Treyarch, you should have separated it from your multiplayer game. You should have made it free, just like every other Battle Royale content out there, and then added microtransactions for you to be able to fund, your ego, because, you haven't got enough money as it is, so the money's got to come from somewhere. And that's already a massive division amongst players. Where I want to start off with is specialists. Specialists are fucking awful. Who on earth thought, you know what's going to add a level of skill to the game? We should make it so that every once in a while you get something that's going to kill someone no matter what. And that way, no one wins. That's a fucking great idea. Well done, George. Great work. Take my money, George. Take it. Take all of my money. Speaking of taking money, by the way, Black Ops 4 Season Pass, I believe it was called, about 80 plus quid at the beginning of the year, it has offered absolutely zero content to anyone that has purchased it, because Black Ops 4 have realised just how fewer people are playing their game continuously and concurrently, that they have decided to essentially just give away their DLC that they were obviously planning on charging for in the first place, but they've realised, this isn't going so well. We've actually got less concurrent players than Modern Warfare Remastered right now. Instead of having a panic attack Black Ops 4, perhaps you could, add actual content to the game, instead of just adding more remakes of older Call of Duty maps, and maybe, not just slapping over some fucking rain on a map to make it a different map. Like, you aren't doing yourself any favours here. You are not creating any new content. You are not adding any new weapons. You're not, you've done nothing. And that is why your game is flopping. And that's without even considering the skill factor of the specialists being added into the game, so that any new player can come along and just absolutely annihilate any veteran who's on any kind of streak. You have ruined your own game. Call of Duty used to be a basic game where you would have to play the game for a long period of time before you were good at the game, before you started doing well. But now it's just an absolute fuckfest of average players being able to do anything and everything. And that's all down to such things as time to kill, such things as recoil, such things as no sway on most red guns, such things as specialists. All things that you got right many years ago on games such as Call of Duty 4. You did not need to change the way you make your game. You had a perfect system that worked. Just take a look at Counter-Strike, for example. That game has been around for fucking yonks. Have they made a new one every year? No. Is it really simple? Yeah, it's probably one of the simplest first-person shooters out there. Is it as popular as ever? Yes. And it will remain popular because new players on the game don't just get to come on and just absolutely annihilate everyone. No one wants to put that much time and effort into a game for some new guy to be able to come along and just annihilate them. There's no point in it. Whereas if you kept it basic, like Call of Duty 4, then none of this would be an issue. Your game would be competitive again, esports would be flourishing. There is such a small skill gap between veteran COD players and new COD players that come into the game because of the way you have set up your game. And I know it's intentional, because you want new players to be able to come onto the game and not get destroyed. It's just not how a first-person shooter game should work. There's always going to be that skill gap between a veteran player that's played for 10 plus years and someone that hasn't played the game. It's as simple as that. You need a game that, if you are new to the game, you need to grow on the game and get better at it. Call of Duty used to be one of them games where you would have to get on and put up with getting battered every once in a while so that you could progress and get better at Call of Duty. And it's just no longer that. And I think that's what everyone hates about it. The only few players left on the game are people out here forcing themselves to play the game because it's the newest release Call of Duty and it's supposed to be popular for Twitch streamers and YouTubers, etc. People want to know if there's new news on the game because they want to know whether you fucking fixed it or not. And let's be honest, at this point, there's no going back. Like, you fucked it. So, as a brief summary, we have got no new content, rain on maps that distinguish them as separate maps, apparently, specialists that ruin the experience of a first-person shooter game for everyone. So what it all boils down to is Call of Duty, you need to go back to basics. We already had the whole advanced movement, and you've retracted that in this game and the game before it. And why is that? It's because no one liked it, and you've got to go back to basics. You've got to go back to boots on the ground. So stop trying to develop your game into something that it's not, and just make your game. You know, the one that's been outselling thousands upon thousands of games every single year. Anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy my little rant. I honestly don't know how this has turned out, but it's been a while since I've made a video, and I really did want to make something explaining as to why I have been gone for 5 months. I already know this video is going to get some kind of hate because people are going to try to say that Black Ops 4 ain't so bad, etc., in order to, you know, look better and impressive to others. Some people will just be like, oh, but you're just shit at the game. That's clearly not true, hence the clips in the video and my previous videos. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, it's probably not worth it. And I'll see you in 5 months' time, ready for Modern Warfare 4 and not Ghost 2.
So what? I keep them rolled up, sagging my pants, not caring what I show. Keep it real with my niggas, keep it playing for these hoes. It look clean, don't it? Washed it the other day, watch how you lean on it. Keep me some 501 jeans on it, roll joints bigger than King Kong's fingers, and smoke them hoes down to they stingers. You a class clown, and if I skip for the damn with your bitch smoking grade A.